Today on Fiveman, we learned that birth, any kind, either live human, chicken egg, or rebirth through metamorphosis, molting, or metaphysical, i.e., you found Christ, is enough justification to snip that vas or tie that womb. My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai. Oh, yes, guys, like I did actually say this time, my name is James, and guess what? You, me, everyone, you might feel a little burnt out. You might feel like what you're doing isn't enough, like you're running through mud. Well, guess what? We all are. It's a level playing field. So, I mean, some people might have like mud shoes on. That's a different story, but they're still getting that yucky stuff on them. They're still sinking in a little bit. And maybe we're in a bog and you try and pull out your leg, but then, your shoe goes with it and you can't find it and your parents get pissed at you. But you don't tell them that because you know they will, because that's how mommies and daddies are. You do one tiny little thing wrong and they go to your jugular and start ripping apart your insecurities. Yeah, it's mental warfare that mommy daddy do, okay?
Hey, shoes are expensive.
Well, you want to know? No, they're not. You go to a dollar store and you get some Tupperware and then a scissors, weld the...
And some rubber bands.
Oh, no, I was going to say you weld the tops on, i.e. you melt them with a blowtorch. And then those are good. Then you cut a hole. You got homemade shoes for just $2.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a blowtorch fuel.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you go to the blowtorch shop and say, oh, I'm just shopping today. And then you have one of your children make a distraction, going like, nom, 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 nom. You see a child doing that in a corner, everyone's paying attention. Because either you're going to think it's funny or you're going to think, wow, is this child about to seize?
Mm-hmm.
So then, while that's happening, the parent starts blowtorching. They whip out the Tupperware and say, oh, I have to do this so my kid has shoes for only $2. Or you get a big old ladder, a fireman's ladder, and you go up to a bunch of telephone poles and wires, and you gingerly take down all the shoes that are up there. Or just get, hedge trimmers, but they're like long, like tall hedges. You get one of those things, you pull the rope and it goes snip, snip. A tree trimmer, that's what it's called. And holy shit, why aren't people doing that? Yes, is it metal near a power line? Yeah. But you have to be you just snip it down and you get new shoelaces. Shoelaces aren't expensive. Maybe glue some Velcro to it and then you don't even need to worry about teaching your kid to tie a knot. But we gotta tie the knot, me and my co-host. I'm kidding. It's the Nicole, the Brick, Jakis. I love you so much. How are you, my queen?
Tired in all senses of the word.
Oh, okay. So you are rubber tied together?
Yeah.
A wheel running around the asphalt?
Mm-hmm.
You're also tired, meaning sad, exhausted?
Sure.
And also maybe a little combination of tired.
No.
What? There's no G in there somewhere? Well, I'm pissed. Thought I was going to get 3 felines in the household these days. If you could werewolf, or if you could be a were animal, what animal would it be?
A frog.
A were-frog. Dang. That would be I guess it would have to be a frog poisoned you, because frogs don't have teeth, do they?
No.
They just kind of mush it on the roof of their mouth if they're trying to eat something.
I don't know. I don't
think
know how.
that's gotta be.
Yeah.
Or maybe
they just eat it whole.
Maybe their throats can seize up to smush it as it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because they go bleh, bleh. They can extend their throat. They should be able to contract it as well.
Sure.
Just like I can extend an arm to the sick, but I can also contract their sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, we gotta talk everyone comes at me saying, James, your interests and likes are trash.
Okay.
And you want to know what? I'll give that to them. But I think...
No, you won't.
I just did. Guess what? Bada bing. So, I mean, besides like the rap music I listen to, that's not trash. That's high art form. However, we got to talk about the circle, Nicole. We haven't said a lick of it yet. We had that Horror Crunk month, the most successful themed month we've ever had. Mm-hmm. The circle, what are your thoughts on it?
What do you mean?
It's weird. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because it's stupid.
All right. Like all it is background noise. Besides that, like one person, one team who is actually like playing a game.
Sure.
And then the rest of them is that light going up and down? Yeah. Wowzers. I need to message them and be like, hey, all our light fixtures, our light bulb is fading in and out, which does not seem safe. So if, all of a sudden this cuts and then I'm like, hey guys, guess what? I guess I would just explain it to them. Oh, you want to know what? Push. Hey guys, sorry about that quick cut. Our light bulb exploded. The circle, though, it just seems like people talking to each other. Mm-hmm. Like it seems like a podcast that people are trying to mask their identity and others aren't.
Okay.
Or a Twitch stream, but it's more of a podcast because you can't see the person. It would be like if the Hit It and Crit It boys and I were just like talking to each other. We had never met and we were trying to figure out like, oh, is that really you? But not really trying to figure it out.
It's literally just a popularity contest.
Yeah, but like it feels like no one's trying to be popular.
They do, but they just suck at it and then get voted out.
Wow. Do I fall asleep during most episodes? Yes. But it's still...
Yeah, this is coming from someone who has not watched a full episode.
I've probably heard a full episode.
Okay.
And that's all it really is. I should be playing along with them. Figure it out style. Who do I think is the catfish?
I do think that they need an extra element when it comes to the catfish thing. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, naturally, of course, you're gonna want to like know who the catfish is or whatever and like try and figure it out. But I feel like there should be an additional like gamifiedness to it.
I think it could be exactly what it is. However, until we know the first catfish is out, we shouldn't know if someone is being honest or not. I think the audience should be masked for a period of time and then like, it's been opened up to us.
Sure.
Like the mole. No one knows who the mole is until the mole is found out.
Well, I'm like, it also could be like Among Us or that Dropout game where people are high.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, okay, it depends. But like if someone who's a catfish ends up winning, like then everyone who's a catfish gets a prize or whatever. Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah, there needs to be more gamification to this. It just feels
like it should be teams
like
something.
It's really a reality show where some people are being fake, and that's it.
I mean, really, it's just like drama porn.
What do you win if you win?
$100,000.
Okay, so like that needs to be really like I'm trying to get this 100,000. Mm-hmm. And that's the weird thing. It feels like no one knows that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's weird how they don't do what most game shows do and be like, if I win, I'm gonna do this and this and this or whatever. Like
they're being so casual about the potential of winning $100,000.
Yeah.
To be able to either pay off all your loans or buy a small house in a dependent area.
Yeah, it feels like they're all just playing it, I mean, like you said, casually.
Yeah, and you explained it as like, it's just like High School, the TV show. And that's weird. They're all just being like, hey, I'm text messaging someone.
Yeah.
There's no stakes to this game.
There's definitely stakes.
Yeah, but it's not present on the screen.
Yeah, it is.
I get none of that.
That's because you haven't watched an episode.
It just feels like a show that is not a real show.
Okay.
Like, it feels like a sketch. I want someone to go on there and their goal is to be like, I don't know what's going on. They said I could live here for a week for free, and that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that person would win.
Sure.
Of like, hey, guys, I'm not trying to be rude or spiteful when I say this. I don't care about this because I don't understand what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's how I'm watching it. I don't know. Listeners, what do you think of The Circle?
You don't understand what's going on, and because you haven't watched even just a single full episode and are confused.
But I watch Fargo and I can be like, oh, this is how that's going to end. Like, I understand what Fargo's all about.
Yeah, because that has a storyline.
Even a reality show should have, like, especially a game show. If I were to, like, come in midway through, like, BattleBots, I'd be like, oh, yeah, this robot needs to win. I don't know. I just feel like The Circle, something is weird about it.
Okay.
Guys, let us know. The Circle talk.
I don't know why you're just going so hard after The Circle.
Because I think The Circle needs to get out of here and let's get Triangle, okay? Because that's the Illuminati.
I just wanted to watch some trash reality TV.
But I don't think it is. It's not that it's trashy. It just is a thing.
Yeah, that's why it's trash.
Oh, I want some of that sweet, sweet trash.
Sorry, I don't only watch shows that you like.
Like, I don't know. Let's try out Below Deck.
The fuck is that?
It's about people who work on cruise ships and seeing their inner drama unfold on screen.
Okay.
It's on Peacock.
Okay.
Bravo, even. But what's up, Nicole? You had something to talk about.
Did I?
Yeah, and earlier you looked at the stack of mail before you left and you said, wait, no, I'll talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, no, nothing you do is stupid.
No, it was just like I was at work and someone picked up the Skelly sticker that I drew, which was like an avatar of me for Twitch, basically. And they like turned to their friend and they're like, whoa, this is like literally me. And I don't know why I just like internally or whatever just like felt so defensive about it. Like, no, it's fucking not. It's literally me. Like, I was even wearing the same exact outfit.
You are right now.
As the sticker had. And I don't know why it just made me feel so defensive.
No.
And then they were like, yeah, I'll get this dude, he's cute. And I was like, no, fuck you.
The easy... Nicole, you had such an easy in. You could be like, hey, then you and I might get along because, hey, that's also me. That's my OC.
Yeah, see, that's the difference between you and me.
The difference between me and you? We could start at the penis.
Mm-hmm.
Which of our penis is better, you know? What's
Maybe
the difference?
Maybe it's because I, like, think that I am so original, and then someone else is like, it's me. And I'm like, bitch, get out of here.
If you're 1 in a million, there are roughly like 7,000 others.
I've been wearing Dickies that I sewed smaller towards the bottom for like 8 years.
But guess what? Maybe they can't draw.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they'll tell their friends like, oh, hey, this is really cool. You should buy this.
Yeah.
If someone's like, hey, this music speaks to me, I really feel this way, and it's my music, and they're like, oh, Baltic States, me too am making steroid semen. I'd be like, yes.
That's fuck off.
But yeah, I mean, like, if people were to listen to my like normal songs and be like, wow, yeah, I'm a depressive who thinks like this too, I'd be like, yes. We're on the same wavelength. Tell your other depressives.
What if a stranger,
yes,
not knowing it's your song, heard the one that you made about me and was like, whoa, that's literally me?
I'd say, hey.
You wouldn't be like, ew, I did not make that for you.
Wait, meaning like I'm speaking to them? As in, I wrote a love song for them?
Yeah.
That's great. That's what all love songs should be, Nicole. Maybe this is the art. There's a difference between the arts. That music is like, oh, you want to be talking to them on a personal level. But no, Nicole, you should have been like, hell yes. And guess what? That person said, this is literally me. If they had just put it down, then you could be a little mad. You could be like, oh, it's literally you and you don't want it.
No, they bought it.
Yes. So then guess what? Cha-ching.
I don't know. Yeah. Unpack that for me, James.
Nicole, I can't. Guess who could, though? Write it down for next Monday or the Monday after that. I don't know when you have therapy.
Next Monday.
Uh-oh. Robbie's coming over. Yeah, truly, Nicole, you should have been like, hell yes. Maybe it's the fact that you were at work.
Yeah, that's probably got like 75% to do with it.
If anyone, so I'm on that new Comatose album.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I got so defensive, but that might have been it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was Sunday where I just didn't even need to be at work.
Didn't even need to be.
No, you're supposed to be here.
Well, Nicole, I think maybe the real thing we're getting to is
I hate my job.
No, you might be getting a little too much recognition, and you're thinking of cherry picking.
I need to be humbled.
Well, no, I think you just need to be excited for anyone enjoying your art on any level, because this new Comatose album, I am on. And whenever anyone shares it, I'm constantly looking, did they say anything about my verse? Did they say it? No, they're not, except a couple people. But
maybe it's because they weren't an eccentric gay.
Yeah, you want to know what? That's on you. That's I don't give a shit who likes my music. Go for it. Unless they're,
All to babes only, okay?
Unless you're a bigot and saying hell yeah, fuckers, I play this on my hunting streams where I do slide by slurs and bigotry as to not make Twitch upset.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would be upset about that. But I don't care. If you're a sociable, high-profile accountant and you're like, I listen to this music while I crunch numbers, I'm like, yeah. If you're a crust punk living in a basement with 4 other people and you're all jamming out to, I don't know, coping with corporate stresses, go for it.
What if it's
Lassie?
Some random person on Fago Lovers that's just annoys the shit out of everyone in the comments. And he's like, this is literally me.
I'm fine with that because guess what? Okay. Here's where I would be upset with it is if they posted that on a completely unrelated topic. I would message them and be like, hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much. However, why did you post that there? There are times when I know that one of my co-hosts will post in our Discord and post something that it's we literally have a server in there, a channel in the server specifically for that. Post it there. Why is a marshland monster thing being thrown in this section? No.
Yeah, so talking it out now, I am realizing that it's definitely because I was at work.
Okay.
And just wanted to be mad at something, and that was a thing to be mad about.
No, that should have been a shining light.
I know.
When I table with you and someone says, oh my God, I love this, that brightens my day.
Dude, I don't fucking know, man.
You're getting too cocky.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah. Well, stop it. I need to ride them coattails. First, you need to get enough success that you can have coattails.
Yeah.
And then
mine are real small.
And I'm going to have you run so fast and I'm going to
They're just little feathers right now.
Oil up my feet and then we'll be on the grass and you'll just run at full speed and I'll be skitching a car or a jet ski with a ski-doo behind me. Water skis, that's what I meant to say. I'll be hot dogging on them coattails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I might cut out the circle stuff and just leave this stuff in.
No.
Because this was a better conversation than me just saying, the circle, what's that? I think it was. Because no one even knows what the circle is. I'm kidding. It's a very popular thing.
Yeah, I'd be like, I was about to.
But none of these nerds listening to this. They're like, ooh, have you read the new...
they are. Are you fucking serious?
Have you read the new Kamen Rider 01 interpretation, English adaptation? It sucks. The translation is subpar.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be watching The Circle. They're too busy circle jerking about tokusatsu stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's what the circle's all about. Not the inner circle. We're all circle jerking.
Sure.
Do you think you could win the circle as a catfish or a real life human being?
No.
Well,
I'm not that charismatic.
Yeah, but I think you just like lay back, hey, but you're good at avoiding drama.
Yeah, because I avoid people.
Yeah, and then you just kind of be like, hey, I'm just hanging out.
I'm really bad at making friends, and that's literally what that show is.
Leave everyone on red.
It would just be like you would probably win, if anything.
Maybe that's why I'm pissed.
Yeah, because you're like, I could fucking win this show.
No, I'd go in and be like, I don't know what's going on. I just talk.
Yes, you fucking make friends with people so that they don't vote you out, so that they don't block you.
Okay. But are those cameras? There's cameras in every room. I'll be jacking off. All of a sudden, it's pornography. I'd have to disconnect all the cameras and be like, you're not getting a peep show here. Mm-hmm. They'd be blurring me out.
Whatever. You would totally love it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Unless, are they paying me more?
No.
Okay, then absolutely not.
Yeah, you would.
No, okay, then everyone else on the show would need to masturbate.
Okay.
And that's how you know the catfish. They're not masturbating and showing it off. Ooh, it's crazy how Pornhub doesn't have game shows. And I know like Never Not Funny has discussed this, but more porn game shows of like, hey, we all have vibrating butt plugs in and you have to, they do sometimes, but it's not like a Pornhub sponsors. People will be like, everyone sits on a Sybian and the last one to squirt loses, or the last one to squirt wins, is what I should have said. I'd love to have one of those, but it's so just, this isn't a sexual thing. There's no room for these devices. Someone needs to make a portable Sybian. Let us know. Send one to our P.O. box, but it needs to be small enough to fit in the P.O. box. It will never happen. Nicole, do you want to get into today's episode? And funk show, brother.
No, I just want to disappear.
Don't disappear. I bet that's what that person was saying. This is literally me and I want to disappear. That's the name of the episode. This is literally me.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm a funk soul brother. I found out that's what the lyrics are because I listened to the song.
Isn't that the name of the song?
It probably is, but I always thought it was like funk your brother. Because I've been getting into dance music.
Yeah, I hate it.
Heaven, heaven, heaven.
Actually, I prefer it over you going, hey, Nicole, listen to how shitty this music is. And I'm like, I don't want to hear... Like, it's so bad. I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
I rarely do that.
You haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, because I'm not on, like, the horrorcore Reddit or the Juggalo. Oh, that might be it. I'm no longer on the Juggalo Reddit, where Juggalo rappers will post music, and I'm like, wow, this is real bad.
Yeah.
The bravado rappers have.
You're like, listen to this song by Slice You Up. It's real bad.
And the U is just a U, and slice is spelled with a cent sign and a dollar sign. Flip it around, though.
So if you read it wrong, it's just slice up.
I'm a funk soul brother. Kick it up now. Today we are discussing episode 47 of Fiveman, the penultimate
Pentaveret. What the fuck?
Which is called.
And you were like telling me the other day to calm down.
When did I ever
You're
say
like,
that?
you have your sister energy right now.
Yeah, okay.
Guess what? You have it now.
There's a thing about your sister energy of...
Is that she's violent?
Yes, of like, she's going to like, not violent towards other people, just like...
Yes, she's gonna punch me.
Like 2 for flinching nonstop.
Yes.
But
then will punch you.
Like, oh, can I punch this cake? And it's like, yeah go for
it has toothpicks in it, but sure.
It's also not a real cake. It's styrofoam.
Yeah.
And she punches it and she's like, ooh, that hurt.
Yeah.
So mine is just, I'm like a geyser. It gets in me, this volcanic
Hate it.
moisture, and it needs to psst. Or I'm like a radiator. I'm like a radiator.
Oh, yeah.
You better bend me over me, baby, and start that sweat. Because I'm the radiator.
Like, part of me just wants to say fuck it to the rest of the day, but then the other part of me is like, girl, you have shit to do.
What stuff do you do? And say woman, not girl.
Woman, you have shit to do.
There you go. Milady, you have shit to do. Say that.
No.
Yeah, say milady. Refer to yourself now as milady.
No.
My lady. What do you have to do today?
Everything.
All right. Episode 47, entitled The Super Beast Molts. Woo! And real quick rundown, the Vulgary is going to have the final 4 stages to finally become the god it would always need to be. But it still won't, it will become its final form, but won't be a god because it still needs that final planet to be eaten, I think.
Yeah.
So it's still destructible. It's not indestructible just yet. Just wet. Just
but it's pretty strong.
Yeah, very strong. And hey, guys, it's going to get that final death essence it needs, and we'll tell you what that is later on while we're discussing Fiveman.
I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, what is it?
You want to know what it was?
Yeah, what is it?
I'll tell you what it was. Siblings that are teachers.
Is the final death essence?
Is the finest death essence.
But is that what that's not it?
No, it's not.
Okay. I was like, I think you watched the wrong episode. And we were watching it together. Oh, you have Google Glass, though. Could have been projected on that.
Can my Google Glass canonically be a pair of glasses with googly eyes on it?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
My Google Glass canonically is a shot glass with one single googly eye. Okay. Arthur and all of them are trying to make contact with their parents on planet J9 or whatever it is. P14, P7, P9.
P16.
Dang it. I literally got every single one wrong.
SJ9.
And Arthur picks up the photo that we've always been seeing because he took it and it's been stuck in his tummy this entire time. And
they have minimum 100 copies of this photo.
Yeah, because it's been stuck in his tummy, so he just keeps regurgitating it. And he says, Professor, Mom, meaning...
Yeah, I clocked that too.
Like this,
it has to be a translation thing.
Yeah, for sure. Instead of saying Miss, you could have said that, Professor, Miss.
But is she not also a professor?
I would hope so.
I thought she was.
Yeah. But his name is Professor.
Yeah.
Maybe, or that's just the word he used.
First name.
And maybe it's in this case of
maybe he's programmed that way.
Yeah. And he can't go inside himself and recalibrate. He needs someone else to do that.
Maybe the mom said, call me mom.
Yeah. Call me mommy.
Ew.
Well, he's getting all Sibian on her.
Wow.
He's just convulsing. And then the professor comes in and is like, no, he wasn't designed to do that. He's short circuiting. And she's like, oh, shoot. But just give me one more second. Or... We're seeing some, the kids believe that their father made Arthur, but it was actually the mom, and that's why he says mom.
Sure.
She is his creator.
Then wouldn't she be God?
Maybe. No, because, your mom is your creator.
Whoa, guys, all moms are gods.
But technically, daddies are too.
Nah, fuck that.
Because you need the spermie to make a baby inside of an egg.
That.
And then you push it out real good.
Yeah.
Just because someone, this is also getting into like legalities and whatnot. If you go to, you think I'm going one way, but I'm not.
Buckle up, guys.
It's kind of like Marvel and whatnot, where
What is?
these creators are creating Howard the Duck. They're creating Deadpool. But because they're creating it for this company and it's being worked on within the hallowed halls of Marvel's headquarters, Marvel is its creator and or at least its owner. But you can still be its creator, but you don't have ownership over that. So I think that's how mothers should be. They're the owner of you, but your father can still claim creative control.
Fuck that.
Nah, man, daddies know what's right for me. I got like 3 daddy figures, 4 daddy figures.
Oh my God.
With, if we include
Collect them all.
Brian,
Yeah.
Brian's a daddy figure. Howard's a daddy figure. Steve.
B.
And Comatose is kind of a daddy figure.
He rejects it, though.
No, he rejects the Nepo baby.
Yeah, he said because he already has one.
No, yeah, because he has Nepo babies. But a role model, if you will. But also Comatose, I don't think, definitely morally, but physically I don't think could have conceived me. All the others could have. Because Comatose is like 10 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good look.
Yeah.
But Steve Barnes, he would have been like 20.
Maybe he adopted you.
Comatose?
Yeah.
I guess if he's 20, yes, he could have adopted me.
Yeah.
Even 18 or 19. I don't think how many adoption agencies would be like, yeah, this person who is freshly not a child, let's give you a child. Which is also fucking crazy. If an 18-year-old cannot adopt, we should also be like, hey, anyone under 18 shouldn't be having children. Like, it should be like, hey, you want to get your tubes tied or a snip of whatever or an abortion? Yes, do it. Because we wouldn't let you adopt.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I was like, where the fuck are you going with this?
That's where I went with it. Yay.
Right. You're saying you should have the ability to make the choice to not want kids. Yeah.
It's just the brilliance of an idea. Let everyone be infertile voluntarily, not voluntarily. And then once they're good to go, they've done a test to say like, hey, yeah, I can raise a child. Hey, unsnipped and untied. Now you can make a baby, right?
Yeah, see, no.
What?
So now you're saying that literally everyone has to?
I think, yeah.
No.
That would be so fun. Once I told Lissasir that when I was like,
what?
I told Lissasir at like 19 I wanted a vasectomy because I just do not want children. And which is true. Like,
yeah.
But Lissasir was so used to being around just sex-crazed maniacs in the sense of like not maniacs, around
AKA
sluts.
You?
She's used to being around sluts of men. And she's like, no, you just want to come in people and not give a shit. And I was like, no, I don't want to have kids. Why doesn't anyone understand that? She's like, you just want to be carefree coming in people. And hey, that is I want to be carefree with it.
Yeah, man.
Just think if everyone was carefree with it.
Yeah.
Cum dumps everywhere. You look at someone and you could be like, they're a cum dump.
Or just like, no, I'm done with this bit. This is...
And just think, Nicole, from 14 to like 19, what if you didn't get your period? That would have been pretty cool. High school, no period.
Yeah, I was going to say something about like, just take puberty blockers till you're an adult.
Well, that could affect,
Yeah.
But getting snipped, that still releases the hormones. Just not the two halves to make a whole.
See, this whole, that's why I just wasn't gonna say anything.
Hey, Nicole, this hole right here wants to keep talking. I pointed to my anus. they're screaming to get, like a call center. They're all on a different line trying to scream to get in contact with their parents. But it's like a call center and all of them are bleeding through into each other's microphones.
And they're only saying mom, dad. They're not saying their names.
I don't think they have names.
Their mom and dad don't have names?
At least not canonically.
Yes, they do.
No, because it's been professor last name and mom.
They literally said one of their names in this episode.
They did?
Yes.
It wasn't their last name?
It was their full name.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Nicole. Maybe the children don't know their name.
That's fair.
Like, what if you went up to your mom and said, "Hey, Michelle"? That'd be weird. Would she respond? Yeah, of course. But it lets them know, like, oh, these are our children. They're saying mom and dad. But then this ding-dang vulgary starts body jamming, i.e. molting with their body, emitting this energy to jam up the communications.
First of all, their parents have not aged a day.
Hell yeah, you're not in the sun.
Secondly, they called the vulgar thing an aurora.
Ooh, because it's an aurora borealis like the lady.
Yeah.
And then the inside of that, the vulgary, starts...
I would not want to be inside there.
Yeah, this man, like, Dongoro should have left. He was tasked to not do that, but also he couldn't have left unless told to, because two people try to leave and the ship's like, oh, I'm killing both of you, and or maybe raptured them, because all that's left was their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'd love to be raptured, and raptured by you. And then...
the goo!
Yes. All of a sudden, like a leaky ceiling that I still have nightmares about, the vulgary's like, oh, I'm molting now, and pulls out this water... what do they call it?
Clock.
Water clock. And it's like, which doesn't make sense. Because what if you don't get all the water? He says, within 4 hours, and the water clock being full... But that's not a measurement of time.
It's not how time works.
Because also there's times when it's like a leaky ceiling, but then it's like water, like, oh, my water broke, and just a flood of water comes down.
Yeah, just a bucket.
Maybe it's like, oh, you didn't get a few of these drops. I need to really push some out. I don't know.
Is that a question?
It's not science. That's for one thing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a question. Philosophy. Donkey Kong engineer. And then this ship says, hey, I need the finest death essence in order to fully molt within 4 hours. So the two teams, which is Chevalier and the Gingamen, and then Garo and whoever he has left, goes to beat up the Fiveman in a quarry as they do, or by the ocean as they do. And Chevalier says, like, hey, it's going to be me who does this because I'm the hero of the galaxy, which is such revisionist history of like, no, dude, you have murdered and just genocided many planets.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
He's the hero of his own
story. I'm the villain of mine.
Henry's the villain of mine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, I'm a footnote of mine. A footnote of my own story.
Fuck does that even mean?
Meaning like I'm so insignificant.
Yeah.
I'm giving attention to everyone else.
Sure.
And I'm a footnote, baby. So why don't you peel me?
Kiss me.
Let's kiss each other. Why not? Oh, so this ship is like, I've become a cocoon, because it becomes a cocoon.
Yeah, but every time I see it, I just think it's an egg.
Yeah, it looks very much like a Mothra egg. Like when Mothra starts cocooning, just becomes an egg.
I mean, no.
And a lot of them, yeah.
But sure. I don't think Mothra's cocoon looks like an egg.
The ones that I'm thinking of do, but that's Kaiju Lycon will do all the Mothra movies. Yeah. So in this like water clock thing, Vulgari has Dongaros pretty much doing double dare physical challenges because it's like he has to wheel this huge water clock around to like get all the drops. He's on double dare.
They said, do not miss a drop.
And they said, hey, don't drink this slimy-like substance.
Don't drink the goo.
Goo off limits for you. It's just for the water clock, and then we'll dump it out into the Philadelphia River afterwards.
Goo goo ka-choo.
Actually, it's more, oh, you don't want to eat these eggs. They're made out of tofu, so you'll hate them. And that's not edible. Because that's what they did on. It's still food waste.
What?
So in order to like make some of the food, like in quotes, food, but they didn't want to have food waste, they would make the stuff out, or like maybe tofu was super inexpensive to buy in bulk back then. They would use tofu and shape it like these other foods for these physical challenges. And they'd be like, oh, it's just tofu, so we're not wasting the real food. And it's like, that's still food.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's really strange. The 80s, baby. The greatest decade. So we see the Ginga Men, not that Ginga Men, the one from this series. They have this Ginga attack, which is like one too many maneuvers to be at all practical. But then I'm like, well, it confused me to see it. So it's probably also going to confuse the heroes, which is there's two Ginga Men with like their wrists locked together, like holding the wrists, facing towards each other. Then in front of them, two of them holding their arms out like C's in YMCA to make an O. And then one behind them jumps off from the wrists locked through the hooped arms and then into one of the Fivemen. It's so convoluted that no one should do it. You wasted time. That's why you ended up losing.
Oh, that's pretty cool to me.
So things are heating up, and in order to keep 5 Red away from the Ginga Men who are trying to take out the other 4, Chevalier says, hey, locked into a chain. This is the chain death match.
Hell yeah, dude.
And in order to loosen the chain, in order for it to break, one of the people connected needs to die. Which this needs to have, the chain should also be like, hey, do you consent to this? Oh, and do you consent to this? This is like a horror movie version of slumber party games, like Truth or Dare. Like all those movies, or like the Ouija board, you know, Would You Rather, though, all these kinds of sleepover games that get turned into horror movies that are always, oh, once you start playing, you need to finish or you'll be murdered.
Jumanji.
Like Jumanji as well. What?
Saw?
What sleepover game were you playing, Nicole? What sleepover? My question was going to be, hey.
Pretty Pretty Princess?
What's Pretty Pretty Princess?
You have to play it or you'll die?
Okay, what is let's play Pretty Pretty Princess.
Are you serious? I fucking loved that game.
I know I've heard the
and
phrase.
It's really fucking funny putting a horror spin on it.
Let's do it. How do you play?
No, it was literally just like a board game.
Oh.
And you had to be a pretty pretty princess by the end of it because you would try to earn pieces of jewelry, like a shitty plastic necklace, and then like a ring and a crown, etc.
Okay, this is how we could horrify it, is as you keep going, you also need to be appeasing your people. And if you land on certain spots, it could be like, oh, they burnt down your castle, and then like you get a call from your parents and it's like, oh, our you need to come home, our house just went ablaze, and you're like, oh no, it's the game is happening, and you need to become the royalty that you are. And then when you do win, guess what? You become an American royal.
We'll never be royal.
Unless
so you
play this game.
joined the baseball team.
Yeah. What's like like Truth or Dare? What are there any? There's hide and seek, but I think that's already been a horror game.
Did you already said Would You Rather?
Uh-huh.
I think you said Never Have I Ever.
No, not Never Have I Ever. That's good.
Yeah.
Because is that a movie as well?
Probably.
Yeah, like never have I
don't
ever
know.
done this. And then the people who like have done or haven't done have to do it, but like extreme wise.
Extreme.
Yeah, that could be good too. But I like the Pretty Pretty Princess.
Never have I ever taken a shit behind a dumpster.
And then everyone's like, God damn it. And then like your weird friend's like, no, yeah, it's just like, wait, it's your weird friend would be like, oh man, I gotta go take another shit behind a dumpster, but at least I'm comfortable doing it.
What do you mean comfortable?
Because they've done it before.
Oh.
Like everyone who hasn't done that as well.
I thought you said
I don't know.
if they haven't done it, then they have to do it.
Yeah, this is very convoluted. Because then you would also have to do it.
How would you horrify taking a shit behind a dumpster?
I guess like there's...
Maybe you have to like shit onto a bear trap.
Oh, wait. Oh, so it's like, hopefully I don't have diarrhea and I trip or slip on that. Or like...
Yeah, you lose your balance.
The demon makes you have to like lose your balance or like gives you diarrhea.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
But then you did so much diarrhea that it made the bear trap slippery itself and it just kind of swoops onto your butt and doesn't clamp on. That'd be pretty cool. I have oily diarrhea.
Ew. What the fuck?
Flashlight jail tag.
Why is every fucking episode with you?
What?
How many times can I disgust Nicole?
Yo, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund baby. You can trust me. So, like, Flashlight jail tag was really the only, like, in quotes, sleepover game that I played.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see, I guess, like, the beam that gets put on you maybe, like, melts your skin or, maybe, like, it teleports you to, like, a prison in hell that you have to jailbreak out of, or someone has to, like, go in to rescue you. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So then, like, all your friends need to stay hidden until, like, all of you are set free and you know,
yeah,
one of you needs to risk going into hell.
Except one of your friends
What?
has diarrhea.
And it's real oily. Ooh. And one of them just misplaced a bear trap. But that's Chekhov's bear trap. The demon steps on it. And the demon, guess what? They're a bear demon.
Oh, no.
Bear Grylls. That's the demon.
Yeah.
And Bear Grylls has grills that look like a bear trap.
Okay.
And chomps down on it, like
Sure.
skinned deep.
Yeah.
That was a horror movie I started watching. It's pretty good, but I had to stop.
That sounds terrible to watch.
It's fun.
What did I watch where someone had like a mouthpiece? Like they would put in like a mouthpiece that was like sharp.
I don't know. You'll have to Google
I
that.
don't know. Pass.
One more sleepover game. I guess chess.
We don't need to move on.
MoveOn.org. Nicole,
What?
all along, so Chevalier dies. He loses this battle with 5 red on the chain death
Obviously.
match.
You also left out the giant hand.
Giant hand?
Yeah, from the Golan.
Oh, it like reaches down or something?
Yeah, it was cool.
All right. Nicole thinks it's cool. But what she forgot is that one of the Fivemen has diarrhea. So he loses and we find out it's not the Fivemen, it's not 5 red, it's none of them that has the finest death essence. It was Chevalier because his body was stained with blood of countless lives he slaughtered throughout the galaxy, which means this entire time he was being groomed to be sacrificed. This robot knew if he, or not robot, this ship knew if he ever needed to molt in a pinch, he could just call on this individual, have him die, and then yum, 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 I molted.
But the way that it's revealed makes it feel like that wasn't the actual plan. It makes it feel like the villains are just like, yeah, that was our plan the whole time.
I think everyone else was not expecting that, but
Sure,
the ship,
I
feel that was their plan this entire time.
Yeah, I guess I would have, I don't know. I would have preferred it if it was like, if Chevalier was in on it and was like, yeah, okay, but I want to go out killing 5 red.
I think it was like all along because Chevalier came in mid-season and Meadows brought him back.
Yeah.
Which would mean this ship's like, oh, things are starting to look a little dire here on Earth. I might need this extra power if all goes wrong. And I'm going to just need to like say, hey, reveal all my cards. I'm molting. I'm going to kill everyone.
I guess. But you didn't know that once it was revealed that the ship was a demon that he would stay.
I don't know. If not, hey, maybe he'll just yum him himself.
It just seems convoluted to me.
We then get we get a countdown before then of it saying like these are the last 60 seconds. It goes with like it's probably not real seconds, but whatever increment it is, let's say it's 60, 59, 58. It's still like I counted down just to be like, oh, this is going to be real off. But no, every single one hit on when it should have. And it's just like good filmmaking.
Yeah.
To be able to sync all that up. And then before it fully molts, it like does a reverse suck of blood. Like it was filmed like a bunch of blood falling down from into the water clock. And then it like sucks up. Very cool looking effect.
Mm-hmm.
2 thumbs up, and then it molts, and it's this huge demon that we really don't get to see fully, but I bet we'll see it in the final episode.
Yeah, there's lots of gross stuff that happens in this episode that I love/hate.
I love it all for the nookie. How are you feeling going into the last ep?
Nauseous.
Oh, because just generally you're nauseous, or you feel nauseous about this show? Okay, all right. Heads up, guys. Nicole might vomit. Or maybe she needs some Pepto because she has upset stomach.
Diarrhea.
Oily. I'm excited. We'll be doing some Bible Men. Don't you worry because, ooh, boy, Spider-Man. It's a good show, but it's taking time to get through.
Yeah.
Yay. I really need to hunker down and start watching at least. I think like in the morning before you wake up, that needs to be one thing I do. Just 1.5 speed, get 2 out of there. And by a couple weeks, I'll have them all done.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, what horror movie could I just turn on?
Yeah.
Because there are many times when, while watching Strangeland, I talked about on Height of Horror, I'm like, oh man, the movie's almost done, but if Nicole were to start, if I heard her start waking up, I'd be like, Nicole, don't come in. And then you'd be like, are you watching porn in the living room on the large screen? I'm like, no, worse. Velma from the Scooby-Doo movies has a bunch of spikes in her, but like not to kill her as just a torture thing. And she's nude and Robert Englund's pubes are on screen.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be the first thing you see when you wake up.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want it to be Butter putting a bunch of spikes into me.
Acupuncture.
Or maybe Butter, you know when people get hooks in their back and they get suspended up?
Yeah.
It's that, but Butter's suspending me. Like Butter's in like a little baby Bjorn that is being suspended from the ceiling.
The fuck?
And her little claws are out and she picked me up and then Socks hoisted us up. He's in like a little hamster wheel, but cat-sized.
Okay.
That's how he's able to hoist it up.
Yeah.
And her claws are just in my back. And I go, oh, I don't think it's in far enough. I think I'm going to fall off. And Butter says, don't you do it. Don't you do it, JMP. And then Socks is like, should I stop? And I was like, please stop. You're hoisting way too high up. And then rip.
I hate this bit.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't fun. It wasn't a bit either. This happened. We were trying to figure out if I did have wings that didn't push through.
Hey guys, did you know that we have a P.O. box?
Yeah, guys. What's our P.O. box, Nicole?
It's 180036 on 2011 West Montrose Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60618.
And
it says Marshland Media, James McCollum.
Yes, put James McCollum, put P.O. Box in that number. It's all in the description. Send us stuff. And please let me know when you send it through Twitter, Instagram, all the stuff's in the description, baby. Is that it? You got things to plug?
Go to darlinghomebody.com for stuff that I make, or to join the Darling Homebody Society for a monthly sticker or magnet. Follow Darling Homebody on various social medias. And that's it.
Hey guys, listen to my music under Marshland Monster. Have a new single with Dragon Boy Suede called Adwala coming to you March 24th. It's a good time. Beats real nice and the song is catchy as heck. And we have like 2 other songs in the works right now. Things are looking good. This is the year of the dragon and the monster. Then head over to mlmpod.com to find out information about my other podcasts, such as Formulaic. Next week's episode is us writing within an hour an episode of Yogi's Gang. It's a baffling show, and we made a pretty baffling or equally baffling episode. Check that out, please. Find all the other stuff. And then head over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. And for this month, Lil Corey and I, it's Nothing But This Existed, where we are diving into the world of trauma entertainment. This Friday, Class of Nukem High. Then we have Father's Day, Monster in the Closet, and ending the month out with, ooh, baby, beware, Children at Play. And then our straight to Patreon for $10 patrons in the month of March, we'll be discussing Nicole's, I guess, only enjoyable to you trauma movie, possibly, The Evolved Part 1. It's a real bad movie, but a fun one to watch. So please head over there. You get that $10 patrons. You get that bonus content plus the $5 and shout outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with Alex Z. The Waz. She's number 1 now, guys. Steve F. Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. Alex Z. The Waz gets it twice because that's how I have it written. Even though I was like, you need to say Orion, a.k.a. Defo, rapper D-F-O. Kayla, a.k.a. 2 Grapes. Jordan B. The Chaos Witch. My Bickle brother in common law. Joshua Jacus. The aforementioned father figure, Steve Barnes of Sweet Child of Time. Oh man, now it's my mother, not my mother figure, just my mother. Lil Corey's BFF and roommate Shane, That Fed, and oh my God, it's our old friend. You can find him at twitch.tv/Corewinning. It's Corewin. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna go lay on the couch and watch The Circle.
And I'm gonna be in here editing with my oily diarrhea.
Ew, why the fuck?
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.